India's billionaires got richer, while coronavirus pushed millions of vulnerable people into poverty. India has been hobbled by an economic slump and a brutal wave of coronavirus that new research shows pushed millions of people into poverty. But as these Indians struggle to live on a few dollars a day, the country's ultra-wealthy have gotten even richer and more influential, as their combined fortunes have soared by tens of billions of dollars in the last year. Mukesh Ambani, chairman of the sprawling conglomerate Reliance Industries, is now worth more than $80 billion, some $15 billion more than a year ago. Not far behind him is Adani Group founder Gautam Adani, whose wealth skyrocketed from less than $13 billion this time last year to $55 billion today. The two men, who are now the first and fourth richest men in Asia, respectively, are worth more than the GDP of some nations. Their diverging fortunes with fellow Indians are symbolic of a rising wealth gap that has hammered many across the world and which has become particularly pronounced in Asia's third largest economy, which accounted for more than half of the global increase in poverty in 2020. Ambani spent much of the pandemic as Asia's wealthiest person, ahead of many Chinese tycoons. He's retained his comfortable perch through most of this year and is the world's 12th richest man, worth more than the likes of Mexican mogul Carlos Slim and Dell founder Michael Dell. His company had a terrific 2020, raising billions of dollars from Silicon Valley giants such as Google, and Facebook, FB, who are betting on his vision to dominate the internet in one of the world's biggest markets. And it is not too lonely at the top for Ambani. Until recently, the continent's second richest man was also an Indian. Adani. The founder of Adani Group controls companies ranging from ports and aerospace to thermal energy and coal. Like Reliance, Adani Group has performed exceptionally well on the Indian stock market. Shares of Adani Enterprises, for example, have jumped over 800% on the National Stock Exchange in Mumbai since June 2020, a sign that investors are optimistic about Adani's ability to bet on sectors key to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's economic development goals. Both the Indian billionaires have roots in Gujarat, which is Modi's home state. Shares in Adani's companies tumbled last month after the Economic Times newspaper said that foreign funds that hold stakes worth billions of dollars were frozen by the country's national securities depository. Even though the conglomerate said the report was blatantly erroneous, its founder lost nearly $20 billion in net worth in less than a month. Despite the steep fall, Adani remains among Asia's richest men behind Chinese bottled water tycoon Zhong Shanshan and Tencent, TCEA.